Are you looking for the best business laptops? In this video we will look at some of the best business laptops on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. ASUS Vivobook 16M 1605 laptop. The best laptop for business we've tested for when you're shopping on a budget is the ASUS Vivobook 16M 1605. This ultra-portable feels well built for the price and isn't overly bulky for a 16-inch device, so it's still easy to carry around. You can get this laptop with an AMD Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7 CPU, which are more than adequate to handle general productivity tasks. As for the RAM, it has 8GB soldered onto the motherboard and a SODIMM slot, so if you can't find a model with 16GB, you can always get an 8GB model and upgrade it yourself. Battery life is okay at around 8 hours of light use, which means you may need a quick charge to get through a typical workday, depending on your usage. This model delivers a pretty good user experience overall. It has a spacious full-size keyboard with a numpad, which is handy for those working with lots of numbers, as well as a large and responsive touchpad. You get Wi-Fi 6E wireless connectivity, a fingerprint sensor for quick logins, and a decent port selection with 3 USBs, a USB-C, and an HDMI. Unfortunately, the USB-C doesn't support video output, so you'll have to use the HDMI port to connect an external display. The main drawback of this laptop is the display. Its 1080p resolution looks reasonably sharp at this screen size, however, it's quite dim at around 250 CD per square meter of brightness, so visibility may be an issue in well-lit rooms. It also looks washed out due to its narrow color gamut. Number 2. Apple MacBook Air 15 laptop. Although Windows is the most used operating system in the corporate business world, some of you may prefer or have the option to use a MacBook, especially in this remote work era. If so, we recommend the Apple MacBook Air 15, one of the best laptops for business and personal use we've tested. This laptop is an incredibly well-built ultra-portable that comes with Apple's M3 silicon. Its performance is excellent for most productivity tasks, including some light photo or video editing. Its 15-inch display gives you plenty of room for split-screen multitasking and gets bright enough to combat glare, even outdoors in broad daylight. It also features best-in-class battery life, so you can comfortably get through a full workday on a single charge. The user experience is great. The keyboard feels spacious and tactile, and the touchpad is large and responsive. You get an excellent 1080p webcam, so your colleagues can see and hear you clearly on video calls. Port selection is the major pain point here, as you only get 2 USB-C/Thunderbolt 3 ports. While you can use these to connect to 2 external monitors, this only works if the lid is closed. Number 3. Apple MacBook Pro 14 laptop. For people needing to do a bit of everything, including graphic design, photo editing, and maybe even making short videos for their website, we recommend the Apple MacBook Pro 14 M3 2023. One of the best laptops for small business use that we've tested. This 14-inch workstation is available with Apple's M3 Pro, Max OS, which are fast enough to handle demanding tasks like video editing and complex graphic design, making it a great option for small business owners needing to do a little bit of everything. Its 120Hz mini-LED display provides good visibility in well-lit settings and is well calibrated out of the box, so you can get straight to work without further calibration. You get the same niceties as the Apple MacBook Air 15 2024 above, like the keyboard, touchpad, and webcam, as well as a wider port selection for peripherals and external displays. If you prefer a Windows laptop, get the Dell XPS 16 2024. Available with Intel Core Ultra 7 or 9 CPUs and up to an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 discrete GPU. This premium workstation is well suited for intensive workloads like programming and 3D modeling. RAM and storage max out at 64 GB and 4 TB, respectively. The memory isn't user replaceable, but the SSD is, so you can add more storage later. Display options include an FHD plus IPS and a 4K plus OLED panel. We recommend the latter for color critical work, as it has full DCI-P3 and Adobe RGB coverage. Number 4. Microsoft Surface Pro Laptop. If you want a versatile work device that you can also use as a tablet for media consumption, get the Microsoft Surface Pro 11th edition, 2024, one of the best laptops for business and personal use we've tested. Unlike our top pick above, the HP Spectre X360/14, 2024, this is a tablet PC with a detachable keyboard. Removing the keyboard makes the device easier to hold as a tablet and takes up less space on a table. The downside is that it's a bit more unstable when using it as a laptop on your lap. Like previous Surface Pro type cover keyboards, the new Flex keyboard feels spacious and comfortable, and it now works even when disconnected from the device, giving you more flexibility to position the tablet to your liking. It also has a new haptic touchpad that's larger and easier to use. Unfortunately, the keyboard is still a separate purchase. The same goes for the stylus. An important consideration for business use is this tablet uses an ARM processor. The Snapdragon chips are more than adequate to handle general productivity tasks, and they're quite power efficient, giving you an all-day battery life. That said, you need to ensure that the apps you use are compatible or run well enough through Microsoft's Prism emulation layer to get your work done.